Hi guys, this is Sarah from IDTE Dog Training, and this dog here is Morty, and Morty is a face of basically all of my clients. So I'm just using him as an example because he is showing a lot of behaviors that I want to capture on video. But you could replace Morty with that dog, these two dogs, basically any dog. So one of the things that has been flooding my Facebook page recently, and is something that I don't normally talk about in my training program, but I am going to talk about one particular part of it from now on because it definitely is a key part of my training program. But it's the 5 freedoms of animal welfare for a dog. 5 freedoms for a dog in animal welfare. And basically the 5 freedoms are, they have the freedom from thirst and hunger. They have the freedom from freedom for comfort, meaning they need shelter and a warm place to sleep. The comfort of health, so they shouldn't be left in pain or with disease or hurt. The freedom of fear and distress, meaning that you shouldn't leave your dog in a state of fear or distress. And then the 5th freedom is the freedom to behave normally. So basically what these 5 freedoms are is when animal control is called on animal welfare call, and they go and check on how an animal is living. They're looking at those. They should be looking at those 5 freedoms. They should be making sure the dog has food and water, shelter, that the dog is not in any kind of pain, disease, or hurt in any way. They should make sure the dog is not fearful, in a place of fear or distress, and they should make sure that the dog has the freedom to behave normally. The one that I want to talk about is the freedom to behave normally. I think that one truly applies to me and my dog training program because I believe dogs should have the freedom to behave normally. And I think that a lot of dog training has become taking that freedom away from dogs and turning dogs into robots or these creatures that must do exactly what we want them to do at the time that we want them to do it. And we basically overtrain our dogs to the point that their normal behaviors disappear and are replaced with the behaviors that we want from the animal. And I have never abided by this. I've never agreed with this since I was a child. So here's Morty behaving freely the way that Morty wants to behave. Now, I want to make something really, really clear. I do not promote aggression and bad behaviors in dogs. That is not the message I want to send to people. But this is a part of who Morty is. Morty is a very confident healer type dog. And it is in his DNA to behave accordingly. Healers were bred to herd other animals. They were bred to work really, really hard out on the ranches. They were bred to help their owner move livestock. So it is in their normal behavior to behave the way Morty is behaving. This is a really tricky situation because Morty is not living the life that Morty should be living. Morty is not living on a ranch where he is working cattle, sheep, and doing the job that he was meant to be. He is a companion dog to very, very loving owners that are not using his natural talent. And therefore he is placing that natural talent where he feels fit to place it. And unfortunately, for a companion dog, it's in all the wrong places. So we have to be realistic when we own a dog. And we have to think about our training plan think about our dog when we're developing our training plan. So if I sit here and tell Morty, he's wrong, bad dog, don't do that, you're inappropriate for doing that, I don't like that. Or I take the other avenue that many people do, which is, it's okay, you're all right, you don't need to do that. Then I am going to cause stress, fear, and anxiety in the dog, because I'm basically either punishing or rewarding a behavior that is normal to the dog, but I'm not giving the dog any direction on what to do instead. I'm just telling him, it's okay, good boy. Basically, when you pet your dog and you say, it's okay, you're saying, good boy, I like that, keep doing that, which is something that people don't understand. They think they're comforting their dog, and whether you're comforting your dog or rewarding your dog, it doesn't matter. You're still going to create fear, anxiety, and more aggression out of your dog if you pet your dog for being aggressive inappropriately. Same thing with punishment. If you correct your dog for being aggressive, you will get fear, anxiety, and more aggression because you're inappropriately correcting aggression. You must give direction to that aggression. So Morty needs direction. Where does he place this aggression? Where does he place this desire that he has within himself to herd? Basically, he's not being aggressive. I say aggressive because that's what people see, but Morty's not being aggressive. He is basically telling this dog, get out of my space, move away, get away from me. And that's what he's bred to do. And they do that through their mouth. So when you get a healer, you need to expect this behavior. And you need to know what to do about it and where to place it. So the challenge is figuring out where can Morty put all this energy and all of this herding instinct that he has in him in the home that he is living in. And that is where the complications come in. The complications aren't because Morty has herding behaviors. The complications are because Morty is living a lifestyle that doesn't suit his normal behaviors. So that's where problem solving, training, and all of that stuff comes in. And I'm going to be talking a lot about this on IDTE Facebook page, because every dog that I get at my training facility is displaying normal canine behaviors. And their owners are not equipped to understand those behaviors and know where to put those behaviors. Therefore, they want them to go away. And I, as a dog trainer, refuse to do any sort of dog training that tells a dog like Morty that he is being bad for being a healer, or to comfort him for being a healer. He's just being a healer. That's all he's doing. Now, because he doesn't have an outlet for this, he's become a bit of a dangerous dog. I have to admit, I use a lot of caution when I'm handling him because he is anxious all the time. And anxiety is displaced in very, very weird places. So while I'm working with him, I have to be very cautious that I don't put myself in a position where Morty displaces his